CJ, what do you think about this whole thing with Westside Gunn and the WWE and how they're like kind of sent him, I guess, a cease and desist over some of his songs and some of his artwork?
Yeah, I mean, I think I love Westside Gunn in terms of what he's been doing for wrestling, making niggas like a parent and shit. And with the cease and desist shit, like he's been doing this shit. So why send it now when you could have been sent that shit? And then he could have known what was going on.
Can I get you on that? Yeah, nigga, it's the AEW. Like he been doing theme songs and partnering with AEW. I think that is probably really the catalyst behind this because, like you said, he's been doing like having WWE like on his like wrestlers stuff like that, the artwork, references. He had in the tracks and everything like that. What's the name of the announcer guy? Was it Greg Hamilton that tried to sue him? WWE, they were like, after he was like, yo, I need y'all to have my back on this. He got let go like probably like a week later after that. So I don't think they had a problem with Westside Gunn. I think they were cool with him until he started linking up with AEW. Like I think that might have been the thing. It's like, hey, you want to be over there? You want to be making theme songs for niggas? You gonna be walking out to the ring with niggas? Hey, go over there. We don't need that. We got Travis Scott, bruh. We got Post Malone. Well, we had Travis Scott. We got Post Malone.
Nigga, we got Jelly Roll.
That's no motherfucking mind, nigga.
We got Quavo.
I think I will.
Shout out to Quavo. You feel me?
No, I thought it would be because of the like since the TKO shit. It was just like, yo, what the fuck is this? Nah. Because I think that's the most recent variable added to this shit since it's been going on because he's been doing this shit for a while. They didn't really give a fuck. But now that you got now you got this big corporate, you know what I mean, big corporate, you know what I'm saying, big brother now, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I mean, Dana White's there talking about it's Dana White's fault. Westside.
Well, this is what Westside Gunn said in his statement. He said, "For years, I mean, nobody with 2 feet has spent the amount of money I have supporting and pushing a brand I've loved since I could remember. I sat front row at every big show, literally. All the good times it brought to my life to the point when I started making music, I incorporated in everything like Wu-Tang did karate. I made people who hated the product watch it again. I made it look cool when at a time people thought it was nerdy. Please stop ad-libbing. I've watched that same company sit countless of people next to me who's not even fans for real and act like I didn't exist. I was threatened to take everything out of my music, which I did only to pay homage, or my whole catalog would be demolished. And everybody knows how hard I worked coming from Buffalo for me to get that threat for just supporting and being a real fan hurted me. But I stayed quiet and still like a crazy man. I sat front row because I love the culture. I just went viral for spending $50K on sweets on my soul. I've only been respectful. I tried having conversations with one individual because he's causing all of these unnecessary cases. And to be honest, he hates seeing a young black successful entrepreneur that could afford those seats and have to watch those chains dance across the screen to the point Monday Night Raw starts at 8 p.m. I was kicked out at 8:03 after spending $5,000 for a seat plus travel, hotel, etc. in my own city for absolutely nothing. Yada, 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 yada. He mentions he put up the billboard for the $1 Million Man, which Ted DiBiase loves. He did that to show love for the culture, to push the culture, and show love to Virgil. You feel me? And he gets a letter saying yada, 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 yada. Now, all of this is well and good. You feel me? Shout out to Westside Gunn because I get his passion. I understand where he's coming from and the message that he's trying to convey here. That billboard, yeah, I think that might have did it.
That did it. He has jack shit to do with AEW because he's been doing with AEW for the past year and a half.
Yeah,
that billboard.
And I think that billboard did it. Because that's a WWE copyrighted image. So not only are you putting these things on your albums, you feel me? Like you're putting up a big ass billboard in Times Square that people are thinking, oh, this is a WWE, you feel me? Something, but it's not in conjunction with. So on one hand, you feel me? Go ahead. Cut me off, please.
But they couldn't pull him to the side and say, "Hey, bro, you wild a little bit, throwing the man out the seat that he spent $5,000 for."
Okay, well, let's address that. Because the last time WWE was in Buffalo was fucking in March. So why are we hearing about this now? in November. If you got kicked out of the Buffalo Raw in March, why you didn't say that shit in March? Why are you bringing that up now that they sent you a cease and desist and had you take your billboard down and now they got you changing your shit? You feel me? That happened months ago.
Oh, I thought that shit was
months ago.
Nah, that was not recent.
What the fuck?
That was months ago. So like all of this uproar about this shit, it was months ago. You feel me? So like as somebody who's done music and as somebody who's done the things that Westside Gunn does with putting audio samples in your music behind tracks and shit like that to kind of make the song bigger or get across the message that you're trying to convey at that time or whatever. You feel me? Especially in a wrestling, in a hip hop / you feel me, wrestling space. That's all well and good. That's all hard. I love the idea of pushing the culture and linking these two, you feel me, these two things that I love. But at the same time, when you get big business and you keep pushing your culture and you pushing the lines like Westside Gunn is pushing, you not clearing these samples, you not having these conversations with WWE to say, let me cut you in on this so I can use this, or who can I talk to so I can use this and it's cool. Like you're just doing it. I feel like a lot of the shit that Westside Gunn does is guerrilla marketing, and a lot of that shit don't fly with big business and corporations. So it's like, how much do you think, or how long do you think that they're gonna allow you to do this? CJ, I know you said or y'all say he's been doing this, right?
Yeah, because when you've been doing it for so long and no one says anything to you, no one's like, hey, bro, you think you just start to think like, okay, they probably don't care. Like, no one cares if I'm doing this or not. And then when someone does pull you, like, okay, I've been doing this for years upon years. And then finally, when somebody pulls you, like, it's kind of weird because it's like, yo, you've never said anything to me before. You know that I'm doing, because you had people within your company tell you I was doing it, showed you that I was doing it, showed you stamps and stuff like that. I'm always front row. The talent knows me. Everybody knows when I pull up. Fans online know me and everything like that. They know like I'm referencing. I have the pictures on there. I have like clips and sounds like that, samples, and you haven't said anything to me for years. So we're on a point where I'm thinking, it's cool whatever I do, because no one pulled me to the side, never said anything. So it's just weird when it comes out the blue.
And I have a wrestling company to where the company that you're partnered with, TNA, I use their same production team. I use some of the wrestlers from that organization that were just on NXT last week that are going to be on NXT next week. So yes, I feel like some of this shit is cool. You feel me? To whereas I've been doing it for so long. But listen, bro, I used to have this girl that I used to fuck with, right? Anytime I call her, anytime she called me, you feel me? I know what time it is, whatever time of day, night. You feel me? Like we can make something happen, or you feel me? Let's schedule it. Let's link it up. You feel me? Because I'm trying to make that happen. I'm trying to get that DOS. I'm trying to get that neck. I'm trying to, you feel me? Whatever. You feel me? And everything was always good. You feel me? I'm talking about from like senior year to like this. This was like 7 years.
Oh yeah, you gotta have one of them.
You feel me? So one day when I call her and I put my bid in, and she say, "Hey, that's over with. How long did you think that this was gonna be?" You feel me? And I'm surprised because I'm like, well, we've been doing this. It ain't never been a problem. How come all of a sudden now I can't hit? How come all of a sudden now, like, nigga, like eventually I'm gonna want more. Eventually I'm gonna want something out of this. Eventually I'm gonna want something else.
What you mean you engaged?
What? I'm just like, so it's like, yes, on one hand, I'm like, damn, I hate that they're doing this. But on the other hand, I'm like, if the business was handled correctly, this wouldn't be happening this way.
Yeah. Even though they gave you the pass, it's up to you or whoever your team is to like, hey, we got that pass that one time. Let's go ahead and dot our I's and cross our T's and get it cleared just in case.
And that's not me saying that he hasn't made advances and made attempts to get some of this shit cleared and taken care of, because we don't necessarily know how this is happening. But from outside looking in, it looks like a lot of the things that he does is guerrilla marketing, and I don't know how much of it is, you feel me, official, how much of it is clear, and how much of it is, you feel me, how much of it is necessary to clear. To be honest with you, some of that shit, you feel me, might be public domain. Some of that shit you might not necessarily need to. Go ahead. Let's close us out.
I'm gonna close it out with this. Like I didn't even think about the billboard part. I think I agree with you on that. I think they were just like, let him do his shit. And they put the billboard out there. It was like, he did a what? All right, nigga. All right, see, we trying to let him get this, like, trying to let him do some stuff, and then he like give a nigga a rope, want to be a cowboy. You know what I mean?
It's like Ted DiBiase loves it, but Ted DiBiase don't own the $1 Million Man character.
Man, he don't work here no more.
He don't even work anymore.
It's not his. You feel me? So I wish Westside Gunn the best. I hope somebody calls this nigga and puts this shit to bed and they fix this shit and get this shit sorted out, because the shit that he does with the samples and the wrestling artwork and just bridging the gap between hip hop and wrestling, just like Wale, just like Smoke DZA, like many others, you feel me? Like, this shit is just dope. And I think it's necessary for people like us to be able to lean into the shit that we feel comfortable with and the shit that also brings nostalgia from our childhood. So I just hope that this happens to whereas this is all cleared up and Westside Gunn can continue